Hello and welcome to another episode of The Island Life with your trusted property consultants Andy and James from Home Sweet Home. Today on this Sunday we're here at Gallery Cafe, one of our sweet spots in Bang Tao, Phuket, and we have been thinking about how to best give you some insight into relocating to Thailand and specifically Phuket then. And James had a very good idea.
So I was thinking we can introduce our viewers to two very lovely couples that we work with. The first couple is Suzan and David. We'll be meeting them at their villa where they recently purchased at Grandview Residences. And the second couple is Rod and Kashmir, who recently moved here also and is currently renting out a beautiful villa. So let's go meet them.
Yeah, let's go.
So we're here now with Suzan and David. First of all, I would like to say thank you for coming to do an interview with us on a Sunday.
Okay. Well, thank you for having us.
So right off the bat, I wanted to ask, what made you want to relocate to Thailand?
We really didn't have any intentions of locating to Thailand. We came here on a vacation last summer, and we fell in love with it. We fell in love with the culture, the cuisine, the expats, and we said, wow, it just blew our socks off. So we said we're going to sell our properties in Florida and build a place here in Grandview.
Okay, perfect. And so what kind of expectations did you have, like moving here, and how were they met?
We basically did our homework and found out that there was a lot of people that were instrumental in making everything smoother than we anticipated. We didn't know, the different ramifications that you have moving here, but it was through you, James, made everything easier for us to make that decision.
Okay, I'm very, very happy about that. Suzan, you have any comments?
Yes, James is instrumental in our making the decision for certain. Probably 80% responsible for our being here.
Okay, and how has the process been from you making the decision to relocate here to actually finding the right property to make your next home?
Well, I would say James took us to several different properties, and we just fell in love with the design of Grandview. It's something both Suzan and I always wanted to have, a house in somewhat the foothills with a lot of glass and bringing the outside into the house. Right?
Absolutely, yes. Once again, James was very instrumental because he showed us this property, and then of course we really connected immediately with the developer.
Okay, and then you mentioned the expat community. So now when you're here in Thailand and in Phuket, how do you feel, and how do you feel about the expat community and how they've welcomed you?
With open arms. I always worked in an expat environment in France, and I absolutely love it. And David has traveled the world, and so it's what we love, meeting people from different cultures, and it's perfect for us.
Or what advice would you give to somebody who's considering moving to Thailand?
Well, I would say that for us, it was a matter of listing all the positive things and any negative things. And it's good to see it on paper. But I think everybody's different. A lot of expats that come from different areas are coming for different reasons and stuff. So I think they just have to evaluate their own situation. But that's what we did for us. We just listed so many positive things about Thailand and there was very little negative things. So, the only negative thing we had was it's a long flight from the USA back and forth, but you get used to it. So there was really no real strong negative things. So
I would say come quickly. Don't hesitate. That's my advice.
So do you have anything else to add for our viewers watching back home?
I was just going to say there's a lot of pleasant surprises that we found. The Thai people, their culture, their cuisine adds so much value to our decision. And the expats having their culture brought into this area of Phuket is unique because you got different languages, you got different cultures. It's different than the United States. There's a lot of people that come in, but then everybody becomes the same. They lose their own culture, and it's a shame. Here, it's nice because their culture and their language and experiences are unique. So that's what.
And they keep them.
Yeah, and that's what's pleasant.
Yeah, well, perfect. Well, Suzan and David, I would like to say thank you very much for this interview, and yeah, hope to see you soon.
Yes, and I thank you, James, for all your help. Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. Very welcome.
All right, so we're here now at Manic Hillside. We're going to be meeting Rod and Kashmir. Behind us, you can see the beautiful view that can be seen from their villa. So let's go in and meet them, all right?
Let's go.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. May we come in?
Absolutely. Come on in.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us conduct this interview with you guys. So right off the bat, would you guys mind explaining me something a little bit about the house you're staying in right now?
Sure. So it's an Afro-Asian themed styled villa. It's 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, 2 kitchens, 12,000 square feet.
Yes.
Perfect. So guys, thanks again for having us. So first of all, I would just like to ask you, what made you decide to relocate to Thailand?
Honey, you want to take it?
Sure. So I think the primary benefits would be the weather, the culture, the cost of living, the quality of life. Anything else, honey?
Yeah, I think just in doing our research, we just really wanted a place where people were kind, and everyone here is really kind. And I think that gives you a sense of community alone.
And a place that was also very safe. So we felt great about Thailand.
Okay, that's perfect. And what expectations did you have prior to the move, and were they met?
I don't think I had any. I tried to watch a lot of YouTube videos and city walk videos to see what it looked like, but I didn't have that many expectations. What about you?
Yeah, I thought it would be a bit of a cumbersome process to get set up, to get a visa, to get a vehicle, but it was actually easier than I imagined.
Perfect. Andy?
Okay, and how was the process from making the decision to relocate to Phuket and actually finding a property that would be your home while here?
That's a funny story.
There was a lot of research that we obviously had to do. There was the actual internal decision-making process just based on the personality of us as a couple. But getting here was, after we literally arrived, it was a breeze. And I want to attribute a lot of that to Home Sweet Home, because I don't think it would have been nearly as easy if we hadn't had the support of you guys.
And then in terms of finding a home, so we originally planned to check out Phuket, Chiang Mai, Koh Samui, maybe even Bangkok to see where we want to live. We stopped in Phuket first. We fell in love with it. We decided that this would be the place for us. We came, we had a couple of home tours to go to, and the very first one we saw was this one, and we fell in love with this one too. So just very lucky.
And I gave him a little bit of trouble. He showed me the house online, and I was like, no, absolutely not. And so I think it does say a lot about visiting homes. So if you're gonna visit here, go to the homes, because what you see online may not be the experience. As soon as we walked up the steps here, I was like, oh, this is the one. We didn't even walk in the house yet, so.
Perfect, okay. And how do you feel now when you hear about the community and the culture here in Phuket, and specifically in this area, Manik Hillside, where you're staying?
I don't know. I would say that in terms of a sense of community, we're homebodies. We don't do a lot, so we haven't really branched out of the home that much. The few friends we have met, we're pretty cozy and comfy with that. And then in terms of the culture, just a really inviting culture. If we wanted to branch out, we certainly could.
Yeah, just feel at home, feel at peace. I think everyone here is incredibly inviting, warm, and welcoming.
Okay. And now the final question, what advice would you give to someone or some people who would want to relocate to Thailand?
You have some advice, and I have some. So
Yeah,
go ahead.
sure. Dive off the deep end. Just get started, go, don't wait. I mean, you'll be pleasantly surprised.
And I would say don't bring anything unless it's of sentimental value. And then together we agreed that, maybe contact Home Sweet Home?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't fail to do that.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much. Those were some great answers. And yep, that wraps up this episode, and I'll see you all next time.
Bye.